If you've hit a wall in your agency and you're tired of the grind, but you're also scared to change anything because it might actually mess with the current cash flow, I get it. I've actually lived it. And what you'll learn in this video could save you years of spinning your wheels. And now I've actually done this twice in my business. Now, first in 2017, our agency was about to break or approaching $1 million a year annually. We had about 13 people on the team, both full-time and some part-time. And the revenue looked great, but I had built the very thing that I was trying to escape when I left the agency world. I didn't feel like I had freedom. It felt more like I had a job that I couldn't quit. Now, fast forward to 2023, this is a new business. It's a different offer, but I had the same trap. We hit about 1.5 million, followed by the classic playbook of you got to hire setters, hire closers, and scale ads. And again, I was stuck in a machine that I didn't really want to keep alive anymore. Both times I had to go backwards to build forwards. And that is what most people never do and why they always stay stuck. Most agency owners aren't stuck because they don't want to change. They're stuck because they know that change comes with pain. Now, right now, your agency might be overbooked. Maybe projects are custom, your team is getting expensive, and maybe even your profits disappearing. You hate it, but it's familiar. And that familiarity, that's actually the trap. Even if it sucks, it's a pain that you currently know. You're familiar with it. Now, the alternative, which is maybe letting go of clients, pausing growth, shifting your model, that's going to bring a different kind of pain, uncertainty, possibly an ego hit, probably changes to your cash flow. Now, I also see the other side of stuck when maybe you're not getting business right now. Instead of overbooked, you're wanting clients. Maybe leads have slowed down. Your offers currently feel stale. Your foot's off the gas. And maybe it's because you don't actually want to grow the thing that you've built. You're not lazy, you're just resisting pain because entrepreneurs don't actually grow into pain. We grow towards possibility. So if your business no longer feels like something that you want more of, your body, your motivation, your energy, it's going to shut your growth down until you realign it. And honestly, it feels like more and more agency owners that I talk to are right in this spot, stuck in a business that looks successful or maybe used to work, but it doesn't feel like success anymore. If that's you, let me know in the comments. You're definitely not alone. Here's how I think about it. Imagine climbing a mountain, say on a mountain bike, because that's what I like to do, but you realize that the trail you're on doesn't lead to the top. To get to the top where you actually want to go, you have to backtrack. You got to go down a trail to find a new trail, to find the right trail. But that moment, going backwards, now going back down the hill instead of up, feels like failure. Your ego screams, your bank account tightens, and you wonder if you've lost your mind. But it's not failure, it's redirection. And that's where the real freedom starts. Now, for me, like I said, I went backwards twice. Both times, here's what going backwards looked like for me. Letting go of clients I had chased, downsizing my team, taking on short-term work I didn't love to pay the bills, jumping back into sales and delivery, things that I'd actually already removed myself from. But that step back, that's what gave me space to think, to rebuild, to create something that felt more aligned. I had to trade looking successful for actually being in control. So here are 7 moves that I made to get unstuck without burning it all down that I think you could apply as well. Number 1, get clear on what you're optimizing for. This is where most agency owners stay trapped. They say they want freedom, but every move they make just chases more revenue. Now, you can't optimize for 2 games at once. Until you know your own definition of winning, your business will keep dragging you in the wrong direction or someone else's direction. And once you define that, the next move becomes obvious. Number 2, build your enough plan. Here's how you take the fear out of going backwards. Know your numbers. Know how much you really need to cover your life expenses and pay yourself well without having to burn the business down. Clarity here kills panic. And when you know that number, you'll know exactly what needs to go and what needs to stay. Number 3, shrink to grow. Most people try to solve stuckness by adding more clients, more team, more ad spend, more offers. I'm just going to sell my way through this thing that I don't necessarily like. Now, that might work for some, but real momentum starts when you actually remove. If it's bloated, draining, or unclear, cut it. You're not downsizing your business. You're deleting the parts of it that are actually keeping you stuck. And with some space finally open and available, now is the time to try something different. Which brings me to number 4, make space to experiment. You don't need the perfect offer right now. You need repetition. Say yes to a few different types of clients. Try out a different market. Run a small test. This is your R&D. This is your research and development season. This is your lab. You're not committing, you're exploring. And when you're exploring, it's okay if things get a little messy, right? It's a creative stage, which brings me to number 5. Don't be afraid to unproductize. So this one might sting a little bit. You might have to get a little custom again. You might have to roll your sleeves up, not forever, but long enough to rediscover what actually lights you up and delivers results. It's how you got started in the first place, and it's how you're going to find your next best thing. Which brings me to something that most founders hate to admit. Number 6, your offer doesn't have to scale yet. This season where you're reinventing yourself, it's not about scalability. It's about clarity. It's about alignment. It's about proof. If your offer isn't scalable right now, that's okay. It's not supposed to be right now. Stop judging it by the wrong metric, because the real metric is knowing what season you're actually in your business. Number 7, growth and optimization are different seasons. One of my clients said this once, and it really hit hard. You're either in a season of growth or you're in a season of optimization, but never both. When you're reinventing, you're optimizing, you're pulling things apart, you're trying to rebuild them better. And ideally, that season is short as possible, but it's still necessary. I personally let mine last a little bit too long, but that's just part of the journey. Now, the key here is knowing where you are so that you can choose what's actually next. But I'm here to tell you that you're not broken. You might have just outgrown the game that you've been playing. But if you're not willing to go backwards, even if it's for a short season, you're going to stay stuck in the wrong game forever. And honestly, if this resonates, drop a comment below. I want to know if you felt this or if you're maybe even in it right now. There is a different way to build, one that doesn't trap you in that scale for scale's sake. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how I rebuilt my business from the ground up, the exact shifts that I made that got me out of this cycle and into something that finally felt right. You can check it out here.